Whenever Murloc is summoned, getting a +1 attack on that. No, fuck that. Ah, this guy's awesome. But so is this guy? No, this guy's badass. Ah, Mad Bomber. Love Mad Bomber. But Eviscerate is beautiful. I'm kind of lacking bodies at this point, especially early bodies. As good as Eviscerate is, I'm gonna go with the Mad Bomber. I need more meat in this deck. What do we got here? Sea Giant. Costs 1 less for each other minion on the battlefield. He's an 8/8. Each other minion, not just your minions, but all minions. So this guy is a potential 7-drop, 6-drop if you're lucky-ish. If you're really lucky, he could be a 5-drop. Patient Assassin. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Oh, he's stealth. So he's like, he basically means kill anybody on the battlefield, in a way. But you gotta wait 1 turn to do it. So he knows this guy's on the clock. So he's basically, once your opponent sees that you've dropped this, not only is he not gonna drop the creature that he has in his hand that he's been waiting to play that's probably really awesome, but he's also going to go in full on like kamikaze with his best guy. So, and this guy's easily wipeable with like Claw or a lot of the other cards that do a 1 damage wipe. All minions lose Divine Shield. +3/+3 for each shield lost. For me, it's between these two. I haven't drafted any shield cards yet. I feel like this guy's gonna end up being best for me, and I'm interested to see how it plays. I like both of these guys. I think the Dragonling mechanic has the best value, though. Sprint, draw 4 cards for 7 mana. No thanks. Spell damage +1, one of the best spell damage plus characters out there. I like the spell damage plus guys that come out early. He's a 2/2. He's decent. I like him. Love Jungle Panther once again. This guy's, to me, worthless, especially if you're not playing mage. She's very meh. What does the rogue's weapon is like 1, and I have that other weapon in here. I don't have enough weapons to make me care about the Bloodsail Raider, so Jungle Panther. Perdition's Blade, Battle Cry, deal 1 damage, combo, deal 2 damage instead. So it's a damage spell that also is also a weapon. Meanwhile, S17 Agent, deal 2 damage. He's a 3/3 body with some built-in damage. Meanwhile, I got another one of these guys. Feels like a tough decision between these two. This one, you immediately get your card value no matter what. This guy, you have to play at least 1 card afterwards to make him worth what you paid for him, and then you have to pay, and then another card to get extra value, like make him actually worth being a rare. You have to combo for this guy, that's true. So it isn't no matter what, is it? It's not hard to combo though, considering all the cheap stuff I have. I'm gonna go with this. It's a tough decision between these two, but like I said before, when I'm having a really tough time deciding between two, I'm gonna go with the card that's for the rogue. I like charge, especially in a game like Hearthstone where you can attack creatures. It kind of turns him into his own removal spell. I have lots of 2-drops. This is nice meat late game, but I don't think that I'm concentrating too much on the late game. I think I'd rather decide between these two, and as balls to the wall as I'm gonna go for the earlier drop. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack. That seems really good with the rogue. Or Bloodsail Corsair. No, I don't want that. Azure Drake. Ooh, that's nice. For me, it's between the Azure Drake and the Mana Addict. I have 1 Eviscerate, 1 Betrayal, 2 Backstabs, a Head Crack that can... She's really squishy though. But not as a 2-drop. She's not that squishy as a 2-drop. Oh, it's only for that turn. Oh, that's different. Oh, she's not that good then. This is easy then. Thank you for... It's reminders like that I need. Thanks. I love Boulder Fist Ogre. I find in Hearthstone, 1 extra point in defense is way better than 1 extra point in offense. So if like he was a 7/6 for 6, I wouldn't think he was nearly as powerful as he is as a 6/7 for 6. Because, again, unlike Magic, since creatures can attack each other, you want to be able to trade, like, you have to figure that the opponent's going to want to trade cards. And I think that's why the Yeti is also so good, because the Yeti is 4/5, right? That's really interesting, because in Magic, people almost consider that to be the opposite. People like high attack creatures, and they only want the health to be as high as it needs to be to survive, like, lightning bolts of the format, or, like, you know, pingers. Sap. Return any enemy minion to its opponent's hand. Nice, but not great. Charge is also nice in this format, but as a 6-drop, kind of squishy. Kind of really squishy. So I'm going to go with the Ogre. Especially since I'm lacking in late game meat. What do we got here? Blood Knight, I am familiar with. I've already passed 1 up. Still don't have any shield creatures. I know that it also works on your opponent's shields, which is nice. And it is awesome for a 3-drop. But what do we got? Preparation. The next spell you cast this turn costs 3 less. And that doesn't count for creatures, right? I don't have any spells that are expensive enough to... Minions are not spells, so fuck, yeah, I don't need that. It's Blood Knight. None of these are great epic choices here for me, based on what I've already picked, so that's too bad. Oh well. Fan of Knives. I've had that used against me way more times than I would like. However, I have my ability that makes this... Oh wait, yeah, so Fan of Knives. Backstab. I already have plenty of backstabs. So, Assassin's Blade or Fan of Knives? I have 1 Assassin's Blade already. I have no idea what AoE is. You're using an acronym that I have no idea what that is. Draw plus AoE. Area of effect. Alright, so that's a term that has never been used in Magic, so... We don't... Mass damage is area of effect? Yeah, we don't say that in Magic. In Magic, we either call it a board wipe, or not board wiping. We usually call it like earthquake. Magic usually refers to the most famous card that does the effect that you're talking about. So in Magic, this type of card would be called a Pyroclasm type card. And a card that does damage to all creatures on the board would be called an Earthquake. And a card that wipes every card out on the board without doing damage would be called a Wrath of God. A Clasm effect. That's what we would call this, a Clasm effect. Yeah, so just be careful with your acronyms. You're making assumptions that I've been playing Hearthstone and been a part of the community for like longer than 3 days, which I haven't. I'm gonna go with this. The Assassin's Blade is a little bit more expensive than I'd like for my taste. Lord of the Arena is a nice 6-drop, a really nice 6-drop. I like that he trades for a lot of stuff. And I'm really lacking in creatures. Let me see how many early game creatures I have. You know, considering the early game creatures that I've drafted so far, all these 3-drops, 2-drops, I'm valuing this guy way higher than I would otherwise. I've already got a lot of removal. I'm going to go ahead with Frost Wolf Warlord. I value him higher than I did earlier when I passed him up early picks. Thanks, Becky. Silvermoon Guardian. I've learned to really appreciate Divine Shield. Again, basically because it's been so hard for me. It was a slow transition or like progress for me to appreciate Divine Shield, but coming out of Magic space where creatures can attack creatures, I didn't appreciate it like I do now. Now I really, really value Divine Shield now that I've played more. Return a friendly minion to your hand, it costs 2 less. That's a nice save your own creature bounce card, but I think that this guy's value is just too high to ignore. Love this card. Beautiful 3-drop. Just beautiful. Man, I'm liking my early, like, I've got some really valuable early drops so far. Does bounce synergize with anything that I have at the moment? I think probably another Silvermoon Guardian. I don't think I want the bounce. Even though he's awesome, I don't think it synergizes with anything really. Battlecry, it synergizes with this, but I've only got one of her. Synergizes with this. And her. However, he's in the same pack as Silvermoon Guardian, so... Alarmobot, passing you up. I don't have anything expensive in my deck, so it's not worth it. The Auctioneer, I already got one of you, and you go very well with all of my cheap spells. Did I pick up the Auctioneer earlier? Yeah, I passed up that other card that I regretted because it was going to combo with the Demolisher. The Knife Juggler is amazing, especially with the cards I have. I'm going with Knife Juggler. All right, I'm going to take a break here. When I come back, starting my first ever arena competitive arena competitive rogue deck. Hi guys, welcome back. So I've got a really aggressive early curve on this rogue deck. I like aggressive curves. I'm still not sure like how curves should work in Hearthstone. I feel like I can't really speak with any authority on them yet because I'm pretty sure my Magic knowledge doesn't apply to this. Like I don't think curves are supposed to curve the same way as they do in Magic.
Watch your back.
So for now, I've just been concentrating on card value. What do we have here? Head crack. This is okay. I'd like to have another 3-drop. Not the greatest 2-drop. I think I'm going to get rid of the Warlord because I don't think I'm going to have enough stuff on the battlefield to make him worth it this early game. There you go. That's what I wanted. That's a nice trade. That's an acceptable trade. Let's start swinging with the doggy. I like that I already have a play on every turn right now. Next turn I can use her ability to bring out the dagger. Third turn I will bring out Jungle Panther. Does he get to draw a card off that? Oh, that doesn't seem like a very good card. Especially to use early game on your opponent. I would use it on a creature, or like save it in case you need it for a creature. In fact, I would have attacked this creature instead. I'm not, I shouldn't be criticizing my opponent because I don't have enough authority and I need to keep my head in the game. I shouldn't even be thinking about what he should have done versus what I should be doing. I'll concentrate on my game. I'm just confused by what he did there.
Here we go.
Job done.
This is quite the start for me. Got a lot of tempo here. I'm swinging for 7 next turn unless he can answer one of these creatures or put out something with taunt.
I wonder. Bring me steel.
He can't give himself +1, can he? Then I don't care about that guy right now.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
I feel like I've got tempo on this guy that it's gonna be hard for him to recover from unless he has some really epic board clearing ability, but I've got the Divine Shield anyways, so I'm not that worried about even board clearing at this point. God, what value in that card. What a beautiful card. Traded for my doggy. I should have cast him. It doesn't matter now, but I should have cast him on the other side of the dog. Still getting my head around where you're supposed to place things on the board. Like, that you can place things at all, like that it matters where you put them, is foreign to a Magic player.
I wonder.
Remember, kill for lust.
Now I'm wondering whether I should take this guy out and cast a 3-drop. My 2 3-drops both have combo, so it probably doesn't make sense for me to drop them right now. I think that probably using the Drake to try to draw into some of my cheap spells right now makes more sense than removing the guy. I have enough of a health buffer as well.
Job's done.
I can combo next turn now. Brawl could clear the board, that's for sure. Next turn I put him on the clock with the head crack. I'm gonna head out with my Bloodfen Raptor and the head crack.
I wonder.
For Najatar.
Alright, so now this guy, the Blade Master, is gonna start equipping this mermaid and this boar. I should maybe start to care. I think I will care now. I think I'll
Remember,
do
kill
this.
for lust. Let the pain speak to me.
Now I'm just wondering, do I want to take out the boar with this guy? Or do I want to start smacking him in the head, putting him on the clock? At least this way I have another 3/3 body out there, but I should be afraid of maybe Brawl. If I got him down to 7, that puts him within range of
So many options.
7, 6, 7. He wouldn't.
Choose suit.
7, 4. He'd be in lethal range with this, so I'm gonna do this.
Job's done.
Next turn, even if he trades, and he has to trade right now, he has no choice, right? He has to start trading creatures. Although I don't know everything that the warrior has. Oh, there you go. He does have a choice because he has that guy. But I still think he's fucked. Yeah, he is. So yeah, that's game.
Here we go.
That was fun. I like this, I like really aggressive, as a noob, playing really aggressive heroes makes me feel comfortable because, you know, the strategy of just going head first is a lot easier than the strategy of sitting back and manipulating the board. Combo cards seem okay so far. I don't have enough experience to really talk too much about it yet. Be right back with my second game as Rogue. Hey everybody, playing as Rogue right now. Pretty cool, hyper-aggressive curved deck with some decent card value, especially when I start to get up to the 4th and 5th area. I think that's the best asset that my deck has right now is beautiful low